Hello and welcome to another update on Bitcoin. We are heading into the weekend. I wish you a great Saturday, a great Sunday. We take a look at the Bitcoin structure. Overall, it has not changed. It might be time to just zoom out a little bit here because really here nothing happens on the smaller time frame right now. That is very exciting. Not on the daily chart. On the smaller time frame, we have some movements, but I think we stay below resistance over the weekend. We're going to take a look at that in a minute. Bigger picture wise, I think it is important to double down on the on what we see here. It is a very complete wave count to the upside. Do not miss this. Do not underestimate it. Whatever that means for your portfolio, only you can decide. But it is a very complete looking 5-wave advance from the 2022 low. If you want to find more about that, also in-depth updates about the long-term charts, check out our videos on the MCO Global channel. This channel is linked at the end of the video. I covered in the last Bitcoin video, even the M2 money supply. A lot of you have asked for it. It's nothing that I do very often. It's nothing that I really like to do because I don't think it's a very reliable indicator, but it has kind of worked since my last update in January about M2. So check it out if you're interested. Overall, though, it is a 5-wave move up from the 2022 low. So we have a very completed structure. Bitcoin has followed nearly textbook patterns throughout this entire cycle, especially here on the daily chart. It's nearly flawlessly followed this 5-wave rally, okay? And that's exactly what we want from an Elliott Wave structure in an impulse. This is an impulsive structure, which is kind of played out from beginning to end. And it's even filled in all 5 waves in the move up from the August low 2024, also a completed structure. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is why I often say that from an Elliott Wave point of view, Bitcoin is the most stable coin and it is pretty much the only reliable one, It's the only reliable one. So if you want reliable structures, check out Bitcoin, Don't trade, I don't know, Fartcoin or something. That's good for speculation and everything, and if you need some excitement, but for most people, that should be avoided. Bitcoin is following the move up nicely, and with the 5-wave move up from the August 2024 low, that means we have a completed structure from the 2022 low, which means this entire cycle could complete at any point. And 5-wave move up from the August low 2024, which means that even the 5th wave is pretty full. And then, this move up is also high enough, right, from the April 25 low, because we moved to new all-time highs. It's a full wave count. That's all I can say. It can extend further. I would expect it to extend a little further until we really see a break of support. What is our support? It's 81,343. When that level breaks, I think we're in the bear market. That would be my first. It's not full confirmation. It's not full certainty, right? There is no certainty. Certainty is at any point 0 in financial markets. But this would be a strong confirmation, let's say it like that a bear market has started, or that at least a very substantial top is in. Based on what I see right now, I'm not talking about a wick below and then V-shaped recovery. I'm not talking about that. But if we see a decisive break below support, that would be our confirmation that the bull market is likely over. But we're way, way above that. We're way above, and the pullback is so far corrective in nature. What do I mean with that? Well, I'll show you. We do have 5 waves down from the May high. Okay, that's not corrective. 3-wave rally, but then this move down is also not really impulsive right now. So it's not a 5-wave move down, I want to say. We don't have this. That would indeed not be good, right? That would indeed not be good. Getting 5 waves down on that scale, not great, okay? What we hope to get to keep the at least short-term bullish potential alive is a 3-wave move down. And that's what we see right now. So there are no surprises there. 3 waves down would confirm the pullback is a B wave. Well, what can happen is that this 3-wave move forms into a larger 3-wave move. As long as we're holding 81,340, the overall bullish thesis remains intact. What the focus should be, if we get into this region here, between 92,830 and 99,227. The focus has to be on this zone, yeah, and whether the bulls show some kind of a reaction there. So if they do, then this could mark the beginning of a C-wave rally to the upside, which could then be the last rally of this cycle. 230k. That being said, if the rally is only corrective, it might need another leg down to test this support area. But overall, yeah, structurally, at the moment, no change. And we might go a little lower in the very short term before we then see the market grind higher. There is a directly bullish scenario that's possible, but not necessarily expected due to the structure that developed from the June low. Let's take a closer look at it on the smaller time frame. So here on the smaller time frame, what we are tracking is exactly this. It is this B wave top I just shared with you that topped in June, and we could be in this C wave down of a larger B wave. Still possible. We talked about that yesterday. I see this only as a corrective rally. Do I expect all these microstructures to be filled in over the weekend? No. It's a B wave, okay? It's a B wave. For me, as I said, the main point is I focus on still lower as long as we stay below 108,820, because I see this only as a B wave consolidation that could develop here over the weekend. It can mess around. It's a corrective structure. It's not impulsive to the upside in my view. So I see this as a B wave in the white count. That's wave B of circle wave 3 to the downside as part of an ending diagonal pattern to the downside in white circle wave C. So it's a move down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's at the moment my view. Yeah, and it could take us to 99,260. Is it a high confidence pattern? No, it's not, because it's not impulsive. It's likely a diagonal structure. Could still lead to a short trade setup once this B wave has topped. Okay, but above 108,820, I think something different is unfolding, which is either the blue or yellow pathway. In blue, we're dealing with an extension of the B wave, so it's not actually a different scenario, but would avoid the direct path down. That means that this B wave that likely topped there on the 9th of June is actually still unfolding. So that's blue. Again, it doesn't really change much, but it means that we have to deal with a little bit more consolidation. That would actually be good for some altcoins, okay? What would also be good for some altcoins would be a direct break to the upside in the yellow scenario. I just don't see it at the moment, because in the yellow count, it's a 3-wave move up into the June high, 9th of June. And then, okay, we found support, but this is also not exactly impulsive. Okay, which isn't a surprise, because the initial move up is in 3 waves, but you cannot clearly, I would say, favor a bullish outcome with only a 3-wave move up. Now, you might do, and if you do that, right, then the invalidation point is very clear. That's the low of the wave 2. That's here, 102,000, let's say 800 or something. Yeah, that's the invalidation point. It's the last swing low where the price found support here. But I mean, this move up is not very exciting. So I would expect personally for the price to stay, let's say, below this resistance area, below 108,822 over the weekend. And we might see a breakout above at the end of the weekend or so, but wouldn't expect too much today. I'll keep you updated. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on X and Insta, specifically here on X. I mean, you can follow us. We're building a community there as well. You can ask questions. You can post your own charts, discuss with the community. You get additional updates that are not found on YouTube. Yesterday, I published a video about CRV, for example, which is here on X. So check it out if you're interested. The link is in the description. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.